Good afternoon. Can everyone hear me okay? Yes. Excellent. Well, welcome to Seguaro Lake, everyone. Welcome aboard the Desert Belle. My name is John, and I will be your captain today. I'm curious if we happen to have anyone from out of town. Yeah. Whereabouts? Chicago. Minneapolis. Ah. Oh, more Minnesota people. Where? Indiana? Iowa? St. Paul, Minnesota. Alberta, Canada. Oh, you're leading so far. Where else over here? Chicago. Chicago. Ohio. Michiganders, Wisconsin. Nebraska. Do we have anyone from Arizona?
Right there.
Do we have any Arizona natives? Look. It's you. It's like seeing a flamingo at the lake. Put your hand up again. This is what an Arizona native looks like. He's over 7 years old. This is a rare thing. Well, welcome everybody. We're going to be leaving in just a few minutes. I actually do have a couple rules that we have to go over before we leave. The number one rule is there is no jumping off the boat. And we will now go over the life jacket drill. In the highly unlikely event you are lucky enough to don one of these fashionable pieces of apparel, simply place it over your head. Be careful not to mess up your hair. Wrap the strap around your waist, give it a clip and pull it tight. Some of them have a little bow tie feature across the top that you can tie as well. And then, as the crew will now demonstrate, you will cross your arms over your chest and step off the boat. Breaking rule number 1. Adult life jackets are $100. Kids jackets. I'm kidding. We have lots of free life jackets for everyone. If you are upstairs, you will notice some white bins that are adjacent to the pilot house. If you are downstairs, you'll see life jackets in the front windows, as well as below the windows and below deck. Now, when you came up to the lake today, you entered the Tonto National Forest. It's 2.9 million acres, and within that forest is a chain of 4 lakes, with Seguaro Lake at the end of that chain. Now, I know this does not look like a traditional forest, at least the type of forest that most of you are probably used to, but it does extend into the central part of our state. In fact, the Tonto National Forest boasts the largest stand of continuous ponderosa pines in the world. Now, you are also in the Sonoran Desert. There are approximately 81 deserts on planet Earth, and this particular desert has more flora, fauna, plants, and animals than any other desert on Earth. Now, if you take a look off to your right, the starboard side, you are looking at the Stewart Mountain Dam, and that is the dam that forms Seguaro Lake. Construction of that dam began in the late 1920s and was completed around 1932. The dam is 565 feet long and 207 feet tall. The water at the base of that dam is 110 feet deep, and the average depth of Seguaro Lake is 90 feet. Now, on the other side of that dam is the beginning of the lower Salt River, and that's the...
I was going to watch a movie and then I forgot to put on drive.
Traditional saguaro cactus. But after that, you'll see a very odd-looking saguaro that appears to have all of the arms fused together at the very top. That is known as a crested saguaro. Now, botanists aren't really sure what causes the saguaro to become crested. Some think it could be weather-related, like a lightning strike or even a hard freeze at a young age. Others think it's probably just a genetic defect, but in any case, they are extremely rare, and we are very lucky to have one this close to the lake. I do know he's a very happy cactus because he's always waving at us when we go by.
Just like the wires all the you know what I'm saying? Yes, it's now.
That was pretty wild.
Okay, folks, now we have just one important message before we turn around.
Uh-oh.
See a couple saguaros up there, just follow that ridge line off to your right. And they're sitting really, really high, but I'll spin around so that everybody on the port side can see them as well. We do see them quite often in these areas, and usually they're a little bit lower. This is about the highest area where they'll normally sit. So hopefully if we see some other ones, we'll get them a little lower on the ridge.
Who's having trouble? I can help you see him. They'll be on your side.
There's not much else on that. If you follow the natural contour of that cliff directly behind us, you'll see a couple of saguaro cactus, and then they'll probably almost appear like little bushes. But they're way, way up there, but I did want to give you a chance to see them just in case we don't see any more today. I don't want to get too close, otherwise if I do that, then there'll be really limited viewing. They're actually just laying down on the rock, just kind of getting some sun.
See him right there, right in the bottom, right? Just follow that rock down. You start going up, it's right there, you see the head?
Yep, that's it. Just follow that little rock up and you'll see the head.
See it?
Well, hopefully we'll get some a little lower than that.
You stand on the bottom.
You guys see him? Yeah. Everyone see him okay?
Por eso dislocato alla cima